never know who can chocolate or one. A Columbani, Jenny, a Columbani, Jepola, a Dapuny, Obiwa, never know who can chocolate or one. A Dapuny, Obiwa, never know who can chocolate or one. Ọmọ tí kò fẹ́ kọ́, ó dání lójú pé yóò jìyà. Ọmọ tí kò bá kọ́, ó dání lójú pé yóò jìyà. Iṣẹ́ burúkú ni wọ́n ń ṣe, tí wọ́n bá jáde wọ́n tún fọ́lé. Ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹni òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹjọ wa. Iṣẹ́ burúkú ni wọ́n ń ṣe, tí wọ́n bá jáde wọ́n tún fọ́lé. Ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹni òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹjọ wa. Ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹni òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹjọ wa.
Please sit down. Take the possession.
Ọmọ tí kò fẹ́ kọ́, ó dání lójú pé yóò jìyà. Ọmọ tí kò bá kọ́, ó dání lójú pé yóò jìyà. Iṣẹ́ burúkú ni wọ́n ń ṣe, tí wọ́n bá jáde wọ́n tún fọ́lé. Ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹni òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹjọ wa. Iṣẹ́ burúkú ni wọ́n ń ṣe, tí wọ́n bá jáde wọ́n tún fọ́lé. Ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹni òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹjọ wa. Ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹni òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹjọ wa.
Please, can we please rise?
Ẹ̀kọ́ dára púpọ̀, ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ló láyé táwa yìí sẹ́, ẹ̀kọ́ dára púpọ̀, ẹ̀kọ́ ló láyé táwa yìí sẹ́, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní ìdẹ́pọ̀ ọ̀la, ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹ̀yìn òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní ìdẹ́pọ̀ ọ̀la, ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹ̀yìn òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa, ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹ̀yìn òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Ọmọ tí kò fẹ́ kọ́ dání lójú pé yóò kíyà, ọmọ tí kò bá kọ́ ó dání lójú pé yóò kíyà. Iṣẹ́ burúkú ni wọ́n ń ṣe, tí wọ́n bá jáde wọ́n tún fọ́lé, ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹ̀yìn òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Iṣẹ́ burúkú ni wọ́n ń ṣe, tí wọ́n bá jáde wọ́n tún fọ́lé, ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹ̀yìn òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹ̀yìn òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa.
Please, can we go on and recite the national anthem, please? The national anthem.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our independence is
Can we go on with the... Can please have a seat? We want to set now the documentary of the university. Just the next few minutes. Please pay attention. The documentary.
The establishment of educational institutions is often influenced by prevailing socio-political realities and the development of aspirations of society. The story of Tai Solarin Federal University of Education, Tasford, Ijagun, is a remarkable narrative of vision, transformation, growth, and commitment to educational excellence spanning nearly 5 decades. Tai Solarin Federal University of Education, Tasford, Nigeria's foremost specialized university of education and a leading institution dedicated to the preparation of highly skilled educators, researchers, and professionals for the 21st century. The institution traces its origin to 1978 when the Ogun State government established the Ogun State College of Education, the first tertiary institution created by the state following the creation of Ogun State in 1976. In recognition of the immense contributions of the renowned educationist and humanist Dr. Tai Solarin, the institution was later renamed Tai Solarin College of Education. Upon building the solid foundation laid by the college, the Ogun State government transformed the institution into Tai Solarin University of Education on 29 January 2005. The National Universities Commission (NUC) subsequently approved the institution on 28 November 2005 as Nigeria's 76th university and the first specialized university of education in the country. In March 2025, a new chapter was opened in the history of the institution when the federal government of Nigeria adopted and transformed the university into a federal institution. Following the approval of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the institution became Tai Solarin Federal University of Education, TASFED, thereby assuming a strategic national role in teacher education, educational research, innovation, and human capital development. Today, TASFED stands proudly as the flagship university of education in Nigeria and one of the leading specialized education universities in Africa. The university's acclaimed positioning as the second university of education in Africa and among the leading institutions globally informed its adoption of the symbolic formula 128, first in Nigeria, second in Africa, and 8th in the world among specialized universities of education. Situated on an expansive and serene landscape along the Shagamu-Rebinin Expressway within the Ijagun, Igmaweje, and Ijele communities near Ijebode, Ogun State, the university provides a conducive environment for teaching, learning, research, and community engagement. Vision and mission. To be the preferred education university which will excel in preparing educators who will be leaders in all spheres of the discipline. Its mission is to enhance the quality of teaching and learning and continuously update the methods and skills of knowledge providers by equipping them with modern technology and service delivered by skilled and motivated staff to meet contemporary and future national needs while remaining globally competitive. Leadership and institutional growth. Since its transformation into a university in 2005, TASFED has benefited from visionary leadership that has significantly contributed to its growth and development. The institution has been administered by distinguished vice chancellors. First, Professor Lukayode Oyekomi Oyeshiku from 2005 to 2010. The pioneer vice chancellor will lead the foundation for the university's physical and academic development. Second, Professor Olusegun Victor Awonusi from 2010 to 2013. Third, Professor Oluyemisi Oluremi Obilade from 2013 to 2018, the first female vice chancellor, and then Professor Abayomi Adelaja Arigbabu from 2018 to 2020, the first indigenous vice chancellor, and Professor Oluwole Sikiru Banjo in 2020 to 2025, the second indigenous and the fifth vice chancellor. It is pertinent to note that Professor Lanrewaju Adekunle Adeogun served as acting Vice-Chancellor between November 2025 and May 2026. Professor Samuel Ekundayo Oladipo assumed office as the sixth substantive Vice-Chancellor on 5th May 2026 following his appointment by the Governing Council. Through the efforts of these administrators and successive governing councils, the university has witnessed remarkable expansion in infrastructure, academic programs, research output, and community service. Academic structure. From its modest beginning as a college of education, the institution has evolved into a comprehensive university offering programs at undergraduate, postgraduate, diploma, professional, and distance learning levels. The university presently operates the collegiate system through the postgraduate college and 6 colleges. These include College of Specialized and Professional Education, College of Humanities, College of Social and Management Sciences, College of Science and Information Technology, College of Vocational and Technology Education, and College of Agriculture and Hospitality Management. The university offers programs leading to the award of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Arts in Education, Bachelor of Science in Education, Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Education, and PhD degrees across diverse disciplines. Research, Innovation, and Service Centers. TASFED has established several centers and directorates to promote innovation, research, entrepreneurship, human development, and academic excellence. These include Information and Communication Technology Center, Oluyemisi Obilade Center for Vocational and Entrepreneurship Studies, Solarin Human Resource Development Center, Center for External and Preliminary Studies, Center for Human Rights and Gender Education, Institute of Vocational Training and Research in Agriculture, Distance Learning Institute, Directorate of Research and External Relations, Center for the Improvement of Teaching and Learning, Directorate of Public Procurement, and Directorate of Advancement. These centers support the university's strategic objective of producing graduates equipped with practical, entrepreneurial, technological, and leadership skills. Infrastructure development and philanthropic support. The growth of TASFED is reflected in its impressive physical infrastructure. Beyond the facilities inherited from Solarin College of Education, numerous buildings and projects have been donated by distinguished individuals, foundations, financial institutions, and corporate organizations. Notable contributions include Petroleum and Petrochemical Science Complex donated by Otumba Dr. Alex Onabanja, Vocational Laboratory Building donated by the Kesintin Adebukola Adebutu Foundation, ICT equipment and solar facilities facilitated by distinguished Senator Solomon Olamilekun Adiola, and ultra-modern university library facilitated by Senator Solomon Ola, Business Village donated by Skybank PLC, Female Hostel donated by Intercontinental Bank PLC, Zenith Bank Recreational Park, Kayode Oyeshiku Tennis Court, Borehole Facility donated by Otumba Kunle College Ayesan. A major milestone occurred on 4th April 2007 when Alhaji Chief Suleiman Adegunwa generously transferred the former Suleiman Adegunwa College of Education and its facilities at Ososa to the university. Today, the Ososa campus serves critical academic functions and continues to support the university's expansion. Donation of 50 hectares of land by Imaka community, Ijebu-Ife community donation of Odwaye Farm at Oke-Ife. An ultra-modern university guest house donated by Barrister Taiwo Olayinka Afolabi, CON Chairman CIFAX Group. A university staff club building donated by Chief Engineer Dotun Jubril Sanusi, Chairman and CEO, Ilaji Hotels and Holiday Resorts. The Solarin statue at the Block F Quadrangle, sponsored by Prince Yemisi Adedoyin Shillong, legal practitioner and art collector. University foundations and developmental initiatives. The university's developmental trajectory has been strengthened through the activities of the TASFED Foundation. The initiative was pioneered by the late Professor Adebayo Adedeji, former Executive Secretary of the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa and Ashiwaju of Ijebuland. In 2018, Another phase of the foundation was inaugurated under the leadership of the then Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Professor Olufemi Adebisi Bamiro, with Dr. Tunde Lemo OFR and other eminent Nigerians serving as members to mobilize support for the university's development, national and global relevance. The transformation from Ogun State College of Education to Tai Solarin College of Education, then to Tai Solarin University of Education, and now Tai Solarin Federal University of Education reflects a deliberate and progressive commitment to educational advancement. TASWED remains uniquely positioned to serve as a center of excellence in teacher education, a national resource center for educational policy development, a hub for pedagogical, andragogical, and technological innovation, a leading institution for educational research and professional development, a catalyst for national transformation through quality education. With a workforce of over 1,200 staff members and a student population exceeding 37,000, supported by a rapidly expanding global alumni network, TASFED continues to make significant contributions to national development and educational advancement. As Nigeria's premier specialized university of education and now a federal institution, TASWED is poised to play an even greater role in meeting contemporary educational challenges, driving innovation and producing globally competitive graduates equipped to shape the future of education in Nigeria, Africa, and the world. The dream that began in 1978 as Ogun State College of Education has evolved through successive transformations into a world-class federal university of education. Today, Tayo Sholani Federal University of Education remains steadfast in its pursuit of excellence, innovation, service, and global relevance.
A round of applause for Task Force, Tai Solarin Federal University of Education. The Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Professor Rahman Adisa Bello. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Samuel Ekundayo Oladipo. Distinguished members of the Governing Council, principal officers of the university, the provosts, deans, and members of the University Senate, former vice chancellors and principal officers of the university, visiting vice chancellors and heads of other sister institutions, family of the vice chancellor, the Ekundayo Oladipo family, traditional rulers and community leaders, other members of the university community, captain of industry and development partners, student union leaders, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The Governing Council at its statutory meeting of 22nd April 2026 appointed Professor Samuel Ekundayo Oladipo as the sixth substantive Vice Chancellor of the university. This appointment was in strict compliance with extant provisions in the University Miscellaneous Act and federal government guidelines on appointment of vice chancellors in federal universities. The Pro-Chancellor, sir, Professor Oladipo, a distinguished professor of social psychology and foundation faculty member of TASWIT, brings decades of academic excellence and administrative astuteness and a deep commitment to the value-driven education to the university highest office. Professor Oladipo has over 70 peer-reviewed journal articles, 10 edited academic books, numerous books to chapters, and over 15 Christian books to his credit. His appointment takes effect from 5th May 2026. The Pro-Chancellor, sir, I invite you as the Chairman of Council, the Pro-Chancellor of this university, to constitute this gathering for the investiture of Professor Samuel Ekundayo Oladipo as the sixth substantive Vice Chancellor as contained in the scroll.
On behalf of the Governing Council of the National and Federal University of Education, I hereby constitute this gathering as an assembly for the investiture of Professor Samuel Ekundayo Oladipo as the sixth Vice Chancellor of the University.
Mr. Pro-Chancellor, sir, and Chairman of Council, our purpose of gathering is for the investiture of Professor Samuel Ekundayo Oladipo as the sixth Vice Chancellor of the university. Having been duly appointed by the visitor in line with the extant law for the procedure and appointment of Vice Chancellor in the university, permit me therefore to invite Professor Samuel Ekundayo to the podium to remain standing for the presentation of the citation.
Mr. Chairman, members of council, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today we celebrate a remarkable story of resilience, faith, scholarship, leadership, and transformational service. It is the story of a man whose journey exemplifies the timeless truth that temporary setbacks can become the foundation for extraordinary success. Professor Samuel Ekundayo Oladipo was born on 29th June 1969 into the Christian family of the late Mr. and Mrs. Amos Oladipo of Agbakin Compound, Akimorin in Oyo State, Nigeria. His birth was considered a divine answer to years of prayers by his parents who, after experiencing the painful loss of several children, longed for a surviving male child. Consequently, he was named Samuel, meaning asked of God, and Ekundayo, meaning weeping has turned to joy. These names have remained symbolic of a life marked by grace, perseverance, and achievement. His childhood was shaped by strong moral values, discipline, and hard work. However, adversity came early when he lost his father at the tender age of 11. Despite this painful loss, he remained focused on education and personal development. Professor Oladipo attended St. Andrew's Demonstration School, Oyo, for his primary education and thereafter proceeded to Okeolola Community Grammar School, Oyo, for his secondary education between 1980 and 1985. His educational journey was not without challenges. Upon completing secondary school, he was unable to obtain the required result in his first attempt at the West African School Certificate examination. Rather than surrender to disappointment, he embraced the challenge with courage and determination. Through the support of his elder sister and her husband, he was readmitted into Form 4 at Adeola Odutola College, Ijebu-Ode, in 1987. There, he demonstrated uncommon commitment to excellence. In 1988, he sat for the examination again and achieved an outstanding result of 8 distinctions and 1 credit, emerging as the best performing student in the school that year and earning a place in the institution's Hall of Fame. This remarkable turnaround remains one of the defining examples of perseverance in his life. His quest for knowledge led him to the Christian Theological Seminary, Ibadan, where he obtained a Bachelor of Theology degree in 1996. He proceeded immediately to the University of Ibadan and earned a Master of Science degree in Clinical Psychology in 1998. Recognizing the importance of professional teaching competence, he subsequently obtained a postgraduate diploma in education from Olabisi Onabanjo University in 2006 before returning to the University of Ibadan to complete his Doctor of Philosophy degree in Social Psychology in 2008. Professor Oladipo's academic formation reflects a unique blend of theology, psychology, education, and social science. His major academic research works reveal both intellectual depth and commitment to solving societal problems. His bachelor's degree dissertation examined the church as an organization as well as an organism, providing critical insight into the dual spiritual and administrative dimensions of religious institutions. For his master's degree, he conducted an important clinical study titled Evaluation of the Delusional Content of Psychotic Patients in the University College Hospital, Ibadan, contributing to understanding the psychological experiences of individuals living with severe mental disorders. His postgraduate diploma in education project, an assessment of students and lecturers' attitude towards the introduction of dress codes in tertiary institutions, explored behavioral and educational perspectives on institutional regulations and campus culture. His doctoral research, Psychosocial Profiling of Women Seeking Help from Spiritual Houses in Ibadan Metropolis, investigated the psychological, social, and spiritual dimensions of help-seeking behavior among vulnerable populations, a pioneering contribution that strengthened understanding of spirituality and mental health in African societies. His commitment to research excellence continued beyond his doctoral studies. Most notably, he completed a TED Fund-sponsored research project titled Development and Validation of Psychoeducational Counseling Intervention Program to Enhance Post-Abuse and Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder Coping of Survivors of Child Sexual Abuse in Nigeria. This groundbreaking study developed intervention strategies aimed at helping survivors recover from trauma and rebuild their lives. Professor Oladipo began his teaching career as a lecturer at Elohim School of Ministry, Ibadan, between 1996 and 1999. In 1999, he joined the then Solarin College of Education, Ijagun. Following the transformation of the institution into a university in 2005, he became one of the pioneering academic staff members of Solarin University of Education and subsequently Solarin Federal University of Education. For more than 2 decades, he has distinguished himself as a teacher of teachers, mentor, researcher, administrator, and institution builder. Through hard work, dedication, and excellence, he rose through the academic ranks and attained the rank of professor in October 2014. Within the university system, Professor Oladipo has provided exemplary leadership in several strategic capacities. He has served as chairman of the University Result Vetting Board, pioneer director of the Directorate of Research and External Relations, deputy director of the Directorate of Academic Planning, Quality Assurance and Research, subdean of the College of Applied Education and Vocational Technology, and pioneer dean of the College of Specialized and Professional Education. In every position, he demonstrated exceptional administrative competence, accountability, transparency, innovation, and commitment to institutional advancement. His academic influence extends beyond Nigeria. He served on sabbatical appointment at the Department of Psychology at Dekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akoko, Ondo State, between 2012 and 2013. Thereafter, he undertook a prestigious postdoctoral fellowship at Northwest University, Mafeking, South Africa, from 2013 to 2015, further strengthening his international scholarly profile. Professor Oladipo is a highly respected scholar with over 70 peer-reviewed journal articles published in reputable national and international journals. He has edited more than 10 academic books, contributed numerous chapters to scholarly publications and conference proceedings, and authored over 15 Christian and inspirational books. His research interests span spirituality and health, counseling psychology, educational research, HIV/AIDS studies, gender-based violence, child abuse prevention and intervention, psychoeducational counseling, psychological measurement, and help-seeking behavior. He is a recipient of research grants and has presented scholarly papers at conferences across Nigeria and internationally. His works continue to influence policy, practice, and scholarship in psychology, counseling, education, and community development. Professor Oladipo is a member of several distinguished professional bodies, including the American Psychological Association, the Psychological Association of Nigeria, the Nigeria Social Psychology Association, the Counseling Psychology Association of Nigeria, and the African Scientist Organization. Beyond his impressive academic credentials, Professor Oladipo is known as a pastor, mentor, counselor, coach, administrator, community leader, and advocate for human development. He is widely admired for his humility, integrity, discipline, punctuality, intellectual rigor, compassion, and unwavering commitment to excellence. Today, as his investiture as the sixth substantive Vice Chancellor, the third indigenous Vice Chancellor in its status as Federal University of Education, it brings to the office a bold and transformative vision. His agenda focuses on academic excellence, research productivity, global visibility, digital innovation, infrastructural development, strategic partnerships, staff welfare, student-centered administration, and the internationalization of the university. His vision is to reposition Solarin Federal University of Education as a globally respected center of excellence, innovation, and educational leadership while preserving the institution's historic identity as Nigeria's premier university of education. Ladies and gentlemen, today we honor not merely a distinguished professor of social psychology, a resilient achiever who transformed failure into success, challenges into opportunities, and vision into accomplishment, a scholar of international repute, an accomplished administrator, a mentor of generations, and a transformational leader. It is therefore my singular honor and privilege to present today's august gathering, Professor Samuel Ekundayo Oladipo, PhD, the sixth substantive Vice Chancellor and third indigenous Vice Chancellor, Solarin Federal University of Education, Ijagun, Ogun State, Nigeria.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I invite the Pro-Chancellor to install the Vice Chancellor, Professor Samuel Ekundayo Oladipo, as the 6th Vice Chancellor of Solarin Federal University of Education, Ijagun.
I, Professor Samuel Ekundayo Oladipo, on appointment as the 6th Vice Chancellor of Solarin Federal University of Education, Ijagun, in pursuant of the relevant section of the extant law of the university, hereby promise to perform my duties as the Vice Chancellor in the pursuit of excellence for the good order of governance of the university, adopting best practices of honesty, integrity, fairness, devoid of fear or favor. To all these and others, I pledge to take the university to greater heights and sustain the dream of its founders, whereunto I have set my hands this 30th day of June 2026.
I present to you the Act establishing the Tertiary Federal University of Education for your guidance. Congratulations. I now present to you the mace of the Chancellor for Investor Education, which is the symbol of authority for your office as Vice Chancellor. Congratulations.
Of the Governing Council to join the photograph.
Prof Ekundayo ọmọ yọmọ láàfin ọyọmọ láàfin. Ekundayo máa wọlé mọ́ra bá ọmọ níṣẹ́ tí ò ní ṣe tẹ́ ọmọ aráyò wá níbẹ̀ gbà fún olóúnjẹ jẹ. Pàṣẹ kẹrẹmọdé ọmọ Àtìbà ọmọ ogun tí kò gbọdọ̀ pa lónìí mo rí bàbá ríbà lọ́wọ́ bàbá rẹ̀ gọ́gọ́ wọ́n ní rokoroko bí ó bá tilẹ̀ rẹ́ni jú balẹ̀ wọ́n ní ọmọ ọmọ roko kọ́ríkọ́rí bí ó bá tilẹ̀ rẹ́ni jú balẹ̀ wọ́n ní ọmọ ọmọ kọ́rí.
Deans of colleges. Provost and deans of colleges.
Mọ̀dé bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́dà àgbà yìí dá ẹ̀rẹ́dúmọ̀ ọ̀dọ́ mi àrẹwà lọ́kùnrin ẹ̀rẹ́dúmọ̀ ọ̀dọ́ mi àdúmọ̀ ọ̀dọ́ mi àrẹwà lọ́kùnrin ẹ̀fọn òkè ìsọ̀wọ̀ ìbóyè orí rẹ̀ yáwù.
You can join.
Ẹ̀fọn Ekundayo mi ò bóyè orí rẹ̀ yáwù. Ekundayo mọ̀ wọlé mọ́ra bá orí oníṣẹ́ tí o máa níṣẹ́ tẹ́ ẹni ìrọ̀jà ayọ̀ rẹ̀ Ekundayo mi máa wọlé mọ́ra bá. Ekundayo mi ò ẹ̀rọ̀dúnmọ̀dọ́ mi àrẹwà lọ́kùnrin gọ́gọ́. Adùnfẹ́ lónìí mo rí bàbá ríbà lọ́wọ́ bàbá mi gọ́gọ́. Ekundayo mi lónìí adé bí alálàgbà yìí dá ọmọ kásá máa ti dé o. Ọmọ kásá ti dé. Àwọn ọmọ kásá adé lónìí adé tìrẹ. Mo ní lónìí adé tayọ̀tayọ̀ àwọn ọmọ kásá àti débí àlára àgbà yìí dá o.
Visiting Vice Chancellors and heads of sister institutions. Visiting Vice Chancellors and heads of sister institutions.
Ẹ̀rí Professor Samuel tí mo fẹ́ràn tí mo fẹ́ kú mọ́ mi lójú o. Ẹ̀rí mo rí bàbá lọ́wọ́ bàbá mi. Mo ní mo rí bàbá o. Mo rí bàbá o. Mo rí bàbá lọ́wọ́ bàbá mi. Ọmọ ìyá fi òjò. òjò pàṣẹ kẹrẹ mọ́tẹ́ ọmọ àṣìbà mọ́tí kò gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́ Ọ̀yọ́ màlúùdì ká ẹ̀ka sọ́pà Ọ̀yọ́ màlúùdì ká máa rìn kéré mọ́ ọ̀yẹ́ ni lónìí mo rí bàbá ìbá lọ́wọ́ bàbá ẹ̀yìn Ẹkúndayọ̀ mi Prọfẹsọ Ẹkúndayọ̀ mọ́wó rẹ̀ mọ́ra bá orí nílé ní ìjẹ́ ní abẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ òjè rẹ̀ ọjọ́ tá a ti retí pé kò dé o Ẹkúndayọ̀ mi ó kú oríire o.
Kábíyèsí di Olú of Ìpèbí.
Ẹkúndayọ̀ mi àti dé àwa dé. Àwa lórí adé mo ṣe bàrẹ̀ wọ́n ní ọba tó tó bí àrò ọba ayẹyẹ bí èso ní èmi súnmọ́ bá níwọ̀n ẹgbẹ̀jọ mo jìnnà sọ́ba níwọ̀n ẹgbẹ̀fà torí kí máa bá rọ́bà fín nítorí àrọ́bà fín o àrọ́bà fín òwò lọ bá ń pa Ẹkúndayọ̀ mi. Adáyọ̀ Ẹkúndayọ̀ mi Prọfẹsọ Ẹkúndayọ̀ mọ́wó lẹ̀ mọ́ rọra ẹ̀yin Prọfẹsọ Ẹkúndayọ̀ mi orí mọ́wó lẹ̀ mọ́ rọra Prọfẹsọ Ẹkúndayọ̀ mi mọ́wó lẹ̀ mọ́ rọra. Àdídùnnú mi ò ní tèmi gọ́gọ́.
Baba, Dr. Zedo Odumosu. Dr. Zedo Odumosu was the former provost of Solarin College of Education, the College of Education that transformed into Solarin Federal University of Education. Baba, thank you for the mentorship. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, we'll continue with the order of photograph. Okay, venerables from Akimorin. From Oyo, okay. St. Michael, Oyo, you're welcome. So after this, we'll continue with the order of photograph immediately after the program. Thank you. Yes, Madam, the children will now join Madam and Daddy. Yes, please come up. That's the Oladipo dynasty. A round of applause for them. You know, Daddy is on loan to Taswell. Daddy is on loan to Taswell. Oh, you are even making it the entire family. Okay, that's fine. Oni nkan la nje o se. Okay. Yes. Please permit me. I've been asked to also invite the Afonjas and the Ogumefun. They are the senior brothers of our Vice Chancellor. They are here. A round of applause for them. I want to ní ayé dùn kí Professor Oladipo wá jẹ nìyẹn. That's fine. You're welcome. The Afonjas and the Ogumefun. All right. Thank you. Okay. Please. I've been asked to also invite Professor Odubumi to join the Vice Chancellor for a good protocol. Professor Odubumi. I think that should be the last one before we proceed to the next item on the program. Today we of the Oyo Aláàfin Òjò Pàṣẹkẹrẹ Mádẹ. Ọmọ Àtìbà, Ọ̀yọ́ Àtìbà. All right. So thank you very much. So before we are going to have a short interlude. We are going to have a short interlude. Yes. A presentation by the Creative Arts Department of Solarin Federal University of Education. CASA Charter Group. You're welcome. Please, I give you just 3 minutes. 1 minute gone. Another half a minute gone.
ọmọ òwú pọ̀ ìwọ̀n padà àdènìyàn Oladipo mi Oladipo mi Oladipo mi ẹ bá ń pẹ́ sáfẹ́lì bóyá ìyẹ̀ ìyàwó ẹ bá ń pẹ́ pòfẹ́sà mi bóyá ìyẹ̀ ìyàwó ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ o ọjọ́ ló ní kárìn ká sọ́pá ọjọ́ ló ní kárìn kí ni ọmọ yẹni ẹ̀yọ́ àti ṣe bí ọjọ́ la kúkú ní ọjọ́ kúkú ní ṣe bí bàbá nìkan ọ̀kan nílé bàbá tó bí yín lọ́mọ ọ̀gọ́gọ́ ni.
ló ṣe rere o Àdìgún orí ẹ̀ ló sùn ló ṣe rere orí ẹ̀ ló sùn ló dẹni àpọ́nlé orí ẹ̀ ló sùn ló ṣe rere orí àgbẹ̀ ló sùn lè báwọn ìjọba nílé àrò orí àlùkò ṣe sùn lè báwọn ìjọba nílé oṣù Àdìgún orí ẹ̀ ló sùn ló fi dẹni àtàtà láwùjọ akímọ́. Àwọn gbẹ̀bí ẹ ti bí ọlọ́mọ àtàlára ìgbọ́ nìyẹn kan o ọ̀lẹ́ òlé pẹ̀lú àwọn bàbá àti ẹgbẹ́ tó bí ọlọ́mọ onílò òde jẹ́ ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ojú Aládìgún ojú látàná ẹ̀jẹ̀ ojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ojú Aládìgún ojú látàná ẹ̀jẹ̀ Aládìgún dákú súnbàtà sí ijó súnbàtà ojú súnbàtà sí ijó. Èmi mọ́lẹ̀ àwọn bàbá rẹ̀ ilé Alẹ́kúnlé nínú àgbà kíláàkì mọ̀rin níṣẹ́lẹ̀ bàbá tó bí ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀rọ akíní yìí ọmọ ọlọ́fà mọ́jọ ọ̀làlọ́mí ọmọ abíṣu tó kọ ìjà kátàfìtì lóru ọ̀fà ìjà kan tí wọ́n jà nílé ọ̀làlọ́mí ó sojú àgbẹ̀lẹ̀ yàrá ó sojú láríkà lóko ìbá sojú olóko ìgbà lọ́wọ́ alùkóso ọlọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ gbèdé alùbẹ̀m̀bẹ̀ ọlọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ gbẹ̀fà alùkìrìkìrì ọlọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ dìlógún ibẹ̀ òpómúlẹ́rọ́ níṣẹ́lẹ̀ mọ̀mọ́ tó bí lọ́mọ òpómúlẹ́rọ́ mọ̀jà lẹ́kàn ìwàká aráàlú ọ̀yìn máa wọ rírí pẹ̀tẹ́ tí máa sọ wọmi ẹ̀tọ́ ta dídùn aṣọ lè dìbò àwọ̀ tí ò bá sàṣọ tó bèsè bí onírìírù dìlà ọmọ rí ẹlòmí àbọ̀ràlẹ̀ àjọpọ̀ ẹlòmí àbọ̀ràlẹ̀ àjọmọ̀tò bàbá ẹlòmí àbọ̀ràmọ̀lẹ̀ rírí ẹ̀rí Àbírí ìgbésù ìwàká aráàlú ọ̀yọ́ àbírí ìgbésù òpólò làásọ òpólò làásọ òpólò là tí wọ́n kọ́ gbọ̀ngàn ọkọ̀ òpólò là tí wọ́n kọ́ gbọ̀ngàn ọkọ̀ òpólò là tí wọ́n kọ́ gbọ̀ngàn ọkọ̀.
A round of applause for the troop from Akimorin, the hometown of our Vice Chancellor. Thank you very much. The Pro-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and I invite the Vice Chancellor, Professor Samuel Ekundayo Oladipo, to address this gathering. The Vice Chancellor.
The Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Professor Rahman Atisab Bello, distinguished members of Council, principal officers of the university, members of the university senate, former visiting vice chancellors and principal officers of sister institutions, heads of non-teaching departments, your royal highnesses, security chiefs, my lords spiritual and temporal, members of the university community, my amiable family members, invited special guests, student union executives and representatives, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today marks a defining moment in the history of this great institution and in my personal journey of service. I stand before you with profound humility, gratitude, and an abiding sense of responsibility as I formally assume office as the sixth Vice Chancellor of Solarin Federal University of Education. To be entrusted with the leadership of an institution founded on the enduring ideals of excellence, discipline, and service is both a privilege and a solemn duty. I accept this responsibility with full awareness of the demands of the time and with an unwavering commitment to advancing the vision of this university. At this significant moment, it is important to pay tribute to the immortal legacy of the late Dr. Solarin, an astute intellectual, moral force, and national icon whose life embodied courage, discipline, integrity, and a deep commitment to societal transformation through education. Dr. Solarin was not merely an educator, he was a builder of minds and a reformer of society. His ideals remain the philosophical foundation upon which this university stands, and his legacy must continue to guide our institutional character and aspirations. From its establishment in 2005 to its transition into a federal university in 2025, this institution has demonstrated resilience, adaptability, and remarkable growth. May I state that the transition is not merely administrative, it is strategic. It presents us with a historic opportunity to redefine our place in the national and global educational ecosystem. Today, I reaffirm our collective determination to reposition Solarin Federal University of Education as a leading center of academic distinction, research relevance, and social impact. Thus, our strategic direction shall be driven by the Star Win agenda, a deliberate framework for sustainable institutional transformation. S in the Star Win refers to sustainable funding and smart governance, and T, technology and digital campus. A, academic excellence and innovation. R, research productivity and global ranking. W, welfare and well-being. I, infrastructural development. Relations. This framework is not merely aspirational, it is actionable. Our vision is bold but achievable. To position TASFOED among the first 25 universities in Nigeria and within the top 3,000 globally by the year 2031. Such ambition demands strategic discipline, institutional courage, and collective sacrifice. To realize this vision, we shall focus on 6 critical imperatives. First, financial sustainability and diversification. The future of modern universities depend on reducing over-reliance on government allocations. We will strengthen internal revenue generation, expand professional and executive programs, deepen strategic partnerships, and optimize our institutional assets. Second, digital transformation. In an era defined by the knowledge economy, digital capacity longer optional. We will invest significantly in smart classrooms, campus-wide connectivity for both staff and students. Third, academic and research excellence. The quality of any university is measured by the quality of its scholarship. We shall review and modernize our curricula, pursue international accreditation, strengthen interdisciplinary collaborations, and cultivate a vibrant culture, research culture that speaks to local realities and global challenges. 4, staff and student welfare. Institutional productivity thrives where human dignity is respected. We will prioritize staff development, improve working conditions, enhance student support systems, and promote a campus culture built on safety, inclusion, and well-being. Fifth, infrastructural renewal and expansion. A great university must be supported by functional and future-ready infrastructure. We will pursue the development of modern lecture theaters, laboratories, student accommodation, and environmentally sustainable facilities. And number 6, global engagement and community relevance. The university of the future must be both globally connected and locally impactful. We shall deepen our relationships with industries, expand international collaborations, strengthen alumni. Pleased to note that in alignment with the Star Win agenda, we have commenced action, strategic discussions with the German institutions to create pathways for our staff and students to benefit from scholarship opportunities offered by the German government. In furtherance of our long-standing commitment to entrepreneurship and technical education, a commitment that predates recent national policy emphasis on technical and vocational education and training, TVET. We have also begun collaborations with some strategic partners. These partnerships are designed to equip our students with globally relevant labor mobility and vocational competencies, thereby broadening their employability horizon beyond national boundaries. Additionally, we are at an advanced stage in resolving the persistent power challenge. Academic enterprise can flourish under unstable energy conditions. Hostel developments are underway to improve student accommodation and campus life. These are not isolated interventions. They are. But leadership alone cannot transform an institution. I therefore call on every member of the task force community, staff, students, alumni, partners, and stakeholders to join hands in writing and building the next chapter of this university's history. The future we seek will require over gratification and excellence over mediocrity. As we honor the memory of Dr. Taiwo Solarin, let us all embrace the responsibility of preserving and advancing his ideals. Let us commit ourselves to building not just a bigger institution, but a better one, which is intellectually vibrant, morally grounded, and globally respected. Together, we can transform Tasfwed into a model university for educational excellence, human capital development, and national advancement. May the good Lord, the creator of heaven and earth, crown our efforts with good success and grant us the grace to see the Tasfwed of our dreams. In Jesus' mighty name. Thank you, and may God bless Solarin Federal University of Education, Ogun State, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the continent of Africa, and the world at large. Thank you. God bless you.
A round of applause once again for the Vice Chancellor. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and I invite the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Professor Rahman A. Bello, to present his address. The Pro Chancellor, sir.
Distinguished members of Council of the National Federal University of Education, principal officers of the university, former vice chancellors of the university, visiting vice chancellors and heads of institutions, provosts, deans, and heads of departments and units in Taswed, distinguished Senator Bode Olajimoke, other members of the university community, captains of industry and development partners, student union leaders, members of the families of Professor Ekundayo, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Profound gratitude to Almighty God and a deep sense of responsibility and fulfillment that I stand before you today on this historic occasion of the investiture of Professor Samuel Ekundayo Oladipo as the 6th Vice Chancellor and the 3rd Indigenous Vice Chancellor of the Solarin Federal University of Education in Jagun. This ceremony marks not only the formal commencement of a new administration, but also the beginning of another significant chapter in the evolution of our great university. It is a moment of celebration, reflection, and renewed commitment to the ideals upon which this institution was founded. On behalf of the Governing Council, I warmly congratulate Professor Samuel Oladipo on his well-deserved appointment. Congratulations. I know and felt the great palpitation that rented the air in and outside the university during the appointment exercise. I feel fulfilled, and I'm pleased to inform you all that Professor Oladipo is a product of due diligence. His emergence followed a rigorous, transparent, and merit-based selection process that reflected the Council's unwavering commitment to excellence, fairness, and institutional integrity. His distinguished academic record, administrative competence, leadership experience, and deep understanding of the university's vision convinced the Council that he possesses the capacity and character required to lead the institution at this crucial stage of its development. Professor Oladipo assumes office at a period when higher education is undergoing rapid transformation globally. Universities are increasingly challenged to respond to technological advancements, changing labor market demands, research imperatives, funding constraints, and the need for greater societal impact. These realities require visionary leadership, innovation, resilience, and strategic thinking. I'm pleased to note that our new Vice Chancellor's track records within the university and beyond speaks eloquently of his dedication to academic excellence, institutional development, staff welfare, student success, and community engagement. I wish to assure Professor Oladipo of the full support and cooperation of this Governing Council in the discharge of its responsibilities. Council remains committed to providing policy direction and creating an enabling environment that will facilitate the achievement of the university's strategic goals. However, while support is guaranteed, expectations are equally high. We look forward to leadership that will strengthen academic quality, promote impactful research, expand partnerships, enhance infrastructure, deepen digital and transformation, attract external funding opportunities, and elevate the national and international visibility of Solarin Federal University of Education. We also expect an administration that will foster transparency, accountability, inclusiveness, industrial harmony, and effective stakeholder engagement. The success of any university depends significantly on the collective efforts of the stakeholders, that is, the management, the staff, students, alumni, and external partners, working together towards common objectives. To the staff and students of the great institution, I urge you to extend your cooperation and support to the new Vice Chancellor. Leadership thrives best when there is unity of purpose, mutual respect, and shared commitment to institutional progress. Let us all rally around the new administration to advance the university's mission of producing competent, innovative, and socially responsible graduates. As we celebrate today, we must also acknowledge and appreciate the contribution of previous administrations whose sacrifices and dedication laid the foundation upon which we continue to build. Their efforts have positioned the university as a leading institution in teacher education and educational development in Nigeria. The future of Solarin Federal University of Education is bright. With a dedicated governing, industrial staff, talented students, supportive alumni, and strategic partners, I'm confident that the university will continue to attain greater heights under the leadership of Professor Samuel Oladipo. Professor Oladipo, for an institution named after one of the Nigeria's foremost educationalists and national icons, Dr. Solarin. It's rich and the expectations are considerable. Yet, I do not doubt that with wisdom, courage, integrity, and the grace of God, you will provide leadership necessary to advance this university into a new era of excellence and distinction. As formally I assume this noble office, I pray to God Almighty to grant you sound health, wisdom, strength, and divine guidance in your decisions and endeavors. Once again, congratulations on your investiture as the 6th Vice Chancellor and the 3rd Indigenous Vice Chancellor and the 4th Vice Chancellor of Solarin Federal. Before I conclude, permit me to make a few personal remarks on behalf of the Governing Council. This investiture ceremony is particularly significant to us as a council because it is the last major assignment of the 4th Governing Council of TASWED, as its term expires in August 2026. By the grace of God and the confidence reposed in us, this council has had the rare privilege of overseeing 2 important transitions in the leadership history of this university. We were privileged upon our constitution to conduct the investiture of immediate past Vice Chancellor Professor Oluwole Sikiru Banjo, whose tenure witnessed remarkable growth, upon which the university continues to build. Today, we are equally honored to preside over the investiture of Professor Samuel Ekundayo Oladipo as the 6th Vice Chancellor and the 3rd Indigenous Vice Chancellor of this great institution. We have also been privileged to midwife the transition of the university. This continuity of leadership and governance is a testament to the stability, maturity, and progress of Solarin Federal University of Education. It is also a source of immense satisfaction to members of council that we have been during a defining period in its history. On behalf of the Governing Council, I wish to express our profound appreciation to the federal government of Nigeria under the leadership of Professor Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and the Federal Minister of Education for the confidence reposed in this council. We are particularly grateful for the decision to retain the Governing Council following the takeover of the university by the federal government of Nigeria. The decision ensures stability, preserve institutional memory, and enable university to navigate the complexities of the transition with clarity, focus, and continuity. Support and trust of the federal government has greatly assisted council and management in laying a solid foundation for the growth and development of this university as Nigeria's premier federal university of education. As our tenure gradually draws to a close, we take pride in the modest contributions we have made to strengthening governance structures, supporting academic development, promoting institutional growth, and ensuring a seamless leadership succession process. We are confident that the university is well positioned for even greater accomplishments in the years ahead. It is our sincere hope that future generations will continue to build on these achievements and sustain the vision of making tertiary learning federal university of education a globally respected institution of learning, research, and innovation. Thank you all for your presence, your support, and commitment to the continued growth and success of this great university. Long live the Federal Tertiary Learning Federal University of Education. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless.
A round of applause once again for the Pro-Chancellor. I'm sure there will still be another opportunity to thank him and members of the Governing Council, as we know that the Council will be winding up. This is the, well, after this, we'll have the last meeting in August. I just said that. So on behalf of the university community, sir, we want to appreciate you. We want to thank you for your timeless and efforts that you have put into the administration of this university. We appreciate you. Thank you, sir, and members of the Governing Council. Well, today has been very, very blessed. You know, our Vice Chancellor is a pastor. I must have asked God to bless this day. And you saw what happened. It has been rain of blessing. So, Pastor, thank you, sir. Well, on behalf of the university management, the Governing Council, we welcome everybody to the premier and the preferred university of education in Nigeria. First in Nigeria, second in Africa, and eighth in the entire world. A round of applause for Solarin Federal University of Education, the university that is very compact, but very beautiful. Our profound appreciation and gratitude goes to members of the Governing Council of this great institution. They are all here, ahead of the 64th statutory meeting of Council that will start tomorrow. We welcome you. We thank you. I want to especially extend the apologies of the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Professor Abayomi Aribabu. Presently is in Abuja attending to state matters. He would have loved to be here, but he sent his goodwill message. Members of the University Senate, we appreciate you. We thank you. it was your decision that, and that of council that appointed Professor Oladipo as the Vice Chancellor. We thank you. We want to specially recognize one of we call him grandfather now because he has produced other Vice Chancellors. So, Professor Olusegun Awonosi, former Vice Chancellor of this university and a High Chief of Ilushin. I know that you are expecting to hear something. What about endangered species? Prof, you are welcome, sir. We are all very grateful. We'll appreciate you. The former immediate past Vice Chancellor has just stepped out. Professor Oluwole Banjo, we also thank him. Distinguished Senator Bode Olajumoke, distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in the 6th Senate, I guess. Oh, thank you very much. You're welcome, sir. We have the entire management team of Federal University of Technology, Ilaro, formerly Federal Polytechnic, Ilaro. You know, we are like Siamese twins. Shortly after the President and Commander-in-Chief pronounced TASUD to become TASWET, the next announcement that followed was FPI to FUTI. And leading the team here is the acting Vice Chancellor, Dr. Mukail Aremu Akinde, the last rector and the first Vice Chancellor. A round of applause for him. He has in the team the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Dr. Iroi Doro. You're welcome. The Registrar of the University, Mrs. Ev Babatola. Today is her birthday too. You know, yesterday was our Vice Chancellor's birthday, and today is the immediate past Vice Chancellor's birthday, and now again we have another birthday girl in the house. Thank you very much. You are welcome. And we also have the bursar of the university, Dr. M.B. Akinola, another FCA in the house, and Dr. Mrs. B.C. Atumolabi, University Librarian. Presently, you will have seen Professor Pupola in that team. He's a consultant on the transformation. Professor Pupola, you're welcome. And our own uncle, Jasper, the one and only Jasper. That is Mr. Ajayi Afolabi. He was here on sabbatical. He retired from OOU and was also former registrar of Hallmark University. He has a lot of former. We also have in that team Mr. E.O. Bankole, a deputy registrar of the university. You are all welcome. They have a presentation to make. After this vote of thanks, they will be asked to come and make the presentation. We are now Taiwo and Kehinde. That's okay. Now, we have in the house the man who laid the foundation of this great citadel of learning, the citadel of learning, now known as Solarin Federal University of Education. He was my teacher at Ogun State College of Education. He was my provost when Ogun State College of Education became Solarin College of Education. Today is a mentor and father of the Vice Chancellor. You can see, because I mentor my now what Baba laid, his son is now benefiting. Thank you very much, Dr. Zedo Odumosu, the former provost of Solarin College of Education. Baba, we thank you. We appreciate you always. Baba is here with his two wives, Mrs. Christina, oh, sorry, Mrs. Odumosu, Florence, and okay, Florence Odumosu and Mama. Anyway, Mama, you are welcome, Mrs. Odumosu. Yes, when you see Baba, you see the two beautiful angels. You know, we know him to be that before. Oh, and so we also have in the house our Kabiesi, Yolu of Baby, Kabiesi, Oba Solarin. Kabiesi, we thank you. Members of St. Michael Anglican Cathedral, Oyo, please just wave your hand wherever you are. Thank you. All students of Okeolola Community Secondary School, oh, thank you. All students of Adeola Odutola College, Akito College, Kile. You know what? 2 members of the management are from that college. So when we are in management meeting, we just be hearing up school, up school. But town of Afedik pẹ̀lú àwọn náà pè wọ́n ní ilẹ̀kílẹ̀. Abi, the deputy vice chancellor. But one thing that they always acknowledge is that the deputy vice chancellor school will always beat the vice chancellor team when they were in the. But I don't know whether that will still happen. The bursar is from that college and the university librarian. Up school. God bless you. We have a friend of the vice chancellor. I won't be surprised if he has not just arrived from China today. He's a Chinese man in Nigeria. That's a man who will eat eba in Nigeria and go and drink water in China. Pastor Olajide Abiodun, CEO Top Fingers, is accompanied by his brother, a retired director in the Ministry of Education, Bori Akinleye. You're welcome. Oh, you have seen your PAMSEC. Yes, thank you very much. What's up, Baba Womore, Iya Womore. Yeah. We also have in the house Professor Shingle Balogun. Professor Shingle Balogun is the supervisor of our Vice Chancellor, the man. Oh, thank you very much. He has been looking for you. This is Professor Balogun is here. We also have Professor Benjamin Holly from University of Ibadan. Is he here? Thank you very much. Professor M.A. Ogundipe, our own Mushe. Yes, so a round of applause for him. One of the founding fathers of this university. We appreciate you, Prof. You're welcome. Yes, Alhaji Abiodun Odunsi, friend of the Vice Chancellor. We have Barrister Wale Adekola. He came with our distinguished senator and his wife, Dr. Mrs. Adekola. Please wave your hand. You are welcome to Tasford. He has been a friend of the university, a very good friend for that matter. We appreciate you. We thank you for all that you do for us. Family of the Vice Chancellor. And the first person I will mention in that order is Mrs. Christina Oladipo, the beautiful wife, the woman with the gap tooth, Abby. Madam, please stand up, face them and smile. Thank you very much. That's the woman that has been taking. We thank you, madam. We are seeing your good work. Please continue. Except that, think back when Yuri, think back on. For good though. I remember the Pro-Chancellor told the Vice-Chancellor, you better go and rent an apartment in Abuja. So thank you, Madam. The children are here, the wonderful children, Benga, Gospel, Mrs. Daniel Elizabeth, Miss Divine Oladipo, Miss Olotu Blessing, Miss Precious Oladipo, Miss Buki Oladipo, Miss Wisdom Oladipo. Precious, Buki, Wisdom, Divine. All of you, you are welcome. Please raise up your hand. Please wave your hand. Let's see you. A round of applause for them. I hope you have not started missing daddy at home. Be prayer for that. The grandchildren are also here in their numbers. Oladipo Adorable, Daniel Victor, Daniel Richard, and Benga Enife. Oh, plus this is Comfort and Noro. Okay, no, so that one cannot be a grandchild. So, Mrs. Comfort and Noro, you are also welcome. We thank you. Mrs. Florence Odumo. Oh, now I've seen the name. Oh. Remember, you always feed us there. The two of you. And Mrs. Christina Odumosu. We have Mr. and Mrs. Afonja. Mr. and Mrs. Afonja. The Afonjas are the siblings of Professor Oladipo. The last time I told you, I want to lie you kí Vice Chancellor wá jẹ́. Adúpẹ́pẹ́ jẹ́ kù fún ọ. Àwọn náà dẹ̀ ti ń jẹ́ kù fún àwọn kan náà, àbí? So thank you very much. All the way from Oyo. Mr. and Mrs. Ogunmefun. Mrs. Victoria Sunday. And a lot of other people here that I may not be able to because of our time, but we know that God, the Almighty, will have thanked you on our behalf. This is Solarin Federal University of Education. The program is the Investiture program of the 6th Vice Chancellor of this university. We appreciate all of you for coming. We thank you. All members of the Task Food family. Wherever you are, please just raise up your hand. Just raise up your hand. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. The Pro-Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor, distinguished girls, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this program. I therefore want to invite the Pro-Chancellor, once again, Professor Rahman Adisabelo, to please declare this ceremony. Oh, sorry. Sorry. We need Latima Logun, sorry. Thank you. I have been overwhelmed by that rain. I have a farm. I planted indomie and spaghetti. So the watering of that farm had actually overwhelmed me. So I'm overwhelmed. Now I want to invite our sister institution. I don't know whether we call them Kehinde. You have been Federal Polytechnic before, Avi. No problem. The last rector and the present Vice Chancellor. I invite you to please come and make your presentation. The Vice Chancellor, sir.
Thank you so much, my registrar. Without wasting time, let me align with the existing protocol. In demonstration of our love for Tai Solarin Federal University of Education and our love for the post and the entire council, particularly Professor Rahman Bello is the chairman of our transition committee of the Federal University of Technology, Ilaro. On behalf of the council, the students, management, and the entire principal officer, I am directed, sir, to present to you this token of a gift on your investiture as the 6th Vice Chancellor of the best university in Nigeria.
The vice a name. We call him Warrior. He came from a family that is Aguro. In the history of Ilaro, we call them Aguro. Bogumbolu. He has also demonstrated that now by that beautiful presentation. Thank you very much, the Vice Chancellor and the entire team. I now invite the Pro-Chancellor, Professor Raman Bello, to declare this ceremony closed. Thank you very much.
I hereby declare this ceremony closed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the Pro-Chancellor. The Vice Chancellor, just a quick one. As I was presenting the microphone to the Pro-Chancellor, somebody asked me after the party, you know who can say that? I said the celebrant is a pastor. The after the party will be at the digging deep, Abby. So you are welcome. Shall we have the national anthem, please? Please, after the national anthem, the procession shall move out in order of recession. And so please stand and remain standing while the procession move on. Thank you.
Ẹ̀kọ́ dára púpọ̀, ẹ̀kọ́ ló láyé táwa yìí sẹ́. Ẹ̀kọ́ dára púpọ̀, ẹ̀kọ́ ló láyé táwa yìí sẹ́. Ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní ìdìbò ọ̀la.
Please stay where you are.
Lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní ìdìbò ọ̀la. Ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹ̀yìn o. Ìdàkúnyé ni òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Ọmọ tí kò fẹ́ kọ́, ó dání lójú pé yóò kíyà. Ọmọ tí kò bá kọ́, ó dání lójú pé yóò kíyà. Iṣẹ́ burúkú ni wọ́n ń ṣe, tí wọ́n bá jalè wọ́n wá tó ń fọ́lé. Ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹni òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Iṣẹ́ burúkú ni wọ́n ń ṣe, tí wọ́n bá jalè wọ́n wá tó ń fọ́lé. Ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹni òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Ẹ̀dá kún yé ẹni òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa.